Now, in the beginning of this year, one of my subscribers sent me this image that you can see on your screen. She requested for this tutorial, and that's what we are on right now. In today's tutorial, you will learn how to crochet this beautiful baby's cardigan with a bear on it. I will take you step by step for absolute beginners. Now, this cardigan is going to fit a child for 0 to 3 months. But in the course of the tutorial, I'll be telling you how to make this bigger. Alright, now without further ado, get set all your materials and let's get started. And a big thank you to all of my subscribers and my returning viewers. Thank you so very much for liking and sharing my tutorials. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel so you crochet out too. Now commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Now these are the materials we're going to need. We're going to need our scissors, a stitch markers, a needle, a yarn needle, a measuring tool, take a measurement. I'm working with 2 crochet hook, the 3mm size hook and the 2.5. And I'm working with this yarn. As you can see, it's a 3-ply yarn. It is acrylic, 100% acrylic. And for this project, I'll use approximately 80 grams of yarn. 80 grams of yarn. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to go ahead and create a slip knot. And for this tutorial, we're using 2 colors. We're going to start with the white, and later on, we're going to switch to the brown. And of course, this is my hook. So until I ring it, I'll just create it. We're going to insert a hook there. Now to begin, we're going to go ahead and make a long chain. So to make a chain, you're going to yarn over and pull through. That's 1, 2, 3, and you're going to keep going until you have the number of chains that you need. The number, and you're going to keep going until you have the measurement that you need. The measurement on the screen determines the length of your chain. The measurement on the screen determines the number of chains you're going to make. Alright, so go ahead and number 2 when we have our chains, our various measurements. Now these are the measurements that we're going to need for this tutorial. You can go ahead and screenshot it. And up here we have the various edges. This is the starting chain, the various centimeters, the chest, various centimeters, armhole depth, various centimeters, underarm to waist length, here we have it, the sleeve length, here we have it, and the cardigan length, and here we have it. So you can go ahead and do a screenshot, and yeah, and let's continue. You want to go ahead and measure your chain on your measurement, and I have my 33 centimeters. This is for 0 to 3 months. We're going to make a 0 to 3 months in this pattern. Now once we have our total number of chains, we'll go ahead and we'll chain 1. Okay, chain 1 to that total number of chains. You're going to skip 2 chains, 1 and 2, and into the 3rd chain you're going to make a half double crochet. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook in that 3rd stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull off 3 loops. This is a half double crochet. Now this chain 2 that we did here represents our first half double crochet. So in total we have 1 and 2. We're going to set a stitch marker and mark that 1, 2, the 2nd chain. Insert your stitch marker and mark that 2nd chain, just like this. Good. Now we have 1, 2, and next we're going to make a total of 9. So 1, 2, yarn over, make number 3, yarn over, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 9. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 half double crochet. And now you're going to come in this next stitch. You're going to create our first corner. So yarn over, insert your hook there, and you make 1/2 double crochet. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and come back in that same space and make 1 more half double crochet. Yeah, we just created our first corner, and that's what it looks like. Now next, we're going to go ahead and make a total of 15 half double crochet. 15. So yarn over, make 15 half double crochet. 1, 2, and we're going to keep going until we have a total of 15 half double crochet. Okay. Okay, here we have just completed our 15 half double crochet, and next we're going to create our second corner exactly as we did the first. So yarn over, and you make 1/2 double crochet, chain 2, 1 and 2, plus 1 more half, plus 1 more half double crochet. And now next we're going to make a total of 21 half double crochet. Of 21 half double crochet. So this is number 1, number 2, number 2, and we're going to keep going until we have a total of 21 half double crochet. Okay, so go ahead and make 21 half double crochet, and yep, and into the next stitch we're going to make our third corner. So yarn over and go there and make a half double crochet, chain 2, 1 and 2, plus 1 more half double crochet in that same space. Good. And now next we're going to go ahead and create a total of 15 half double crochet. 15 half double crochet. So this is number 1. I'm going to keep going until we have a total of 15 half double crochet. Okay, so this is number 3. This is number 4, and here we have just completed our 15 half double crochet, and now we're going to make our last corner. So go there and make 1/2 double crochet, plus chain 2, 1 and 2, plus 1 more half double crochet. Good. In each of those chains we're going to make 1/2 double crochet. Okay, so this is 1, 2. Okay, here we have completed the first row. Now no matter the number of stitches, you're going to make sure that this part, this is going to be our front. This is going to be our front. The front must have the same number of stitches. This is going to be our sleeves. Both sleeves must have the same number of stitches, and this is our back. It must have the same number of stitches. Very important. Now we're going to start the second round. We're going to start the second row, and of course this is just going to be a repeat. Now we're going to start our next row. You're going to go ahead and chain 1, turn your work, and in that same stitch you're going to make your first half double crochet. So yarn over and make a half double crochet, 1 into the next. So we're working in these spaces, so go there and make half double crochet, and yeah, now we're going to create our corner, our first corner. We're pretty much with it here. So you're going to come there and make a half double crochet, plus chain 2, 1 and 2, plus 1 more half double crochet in that same stitch, and then you're going to come in this next stitch. In this next stitch you make 1/2 double crochet, into the next stitch you make 1/2 double crochet, and you're going to repeat making 1/2 double crochet, and I'll meet you here in our second corner. Okay, so go ahead. And now this is our last stitch. This is the corner, the first corner, right? The first half double crochet in that corner. Make sure you work there. And that's what it looks like. Now we're going to come in that chain 2 space and we create a corner. So we're going to make half double crochet and chain 2, 1 and 2, and come back there and make a half double crochet exactly as we did in the beginning. And now you're going to yarn over and come in the next stitch and make a half double crochet and half double crochet in the next stitch and half double crochet in the next stitch. And you're going to repeat the same exact sequence. Okay, you're going to repeat this. You make a half double crochet in each stitch. When you get here, you create your third corner exactly as we're working here. You keep on working. You make a half double crochet. You get here, create your fourth corner, and you mark, and I'll meet you here at the end. We'll have a stitch marker. Okay, so go ahead, keep on working. And yep, we get to the end here. You should take off a stitch marker and make our last double crochet, half double crochet on that chain. And here we go, we have completed the second row. Now we're going to begin the third row, repeating the same thing, chain 1, and this is from here. This is going to be a repeat, okay, for our yoke. So yarn over and make your first half double crochet, and then into the next stitch you make a half double crochet, and you're going to keep going 1 half double crochet until you get to your corner space. Okay, good. Get into a corner here. We're going to repeat a corner exactly as we've been doing. So you come here and make 2 half double, you make 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet plus chain 2, 1 and 2 plus 1 more half double crochet. Good. And I'll come now in the next stitch and make a half double crochet, and to the next stitch a half double crochet, and then to the next stitch a half double crochet, and then to the next stitch a half double crochet. You're going to repeat this, and I'll meet you here in the second column. Right, so go ahead, and you must always remember to make this half double crochet. And that's what we have so far. Now we get here, we're going to create our second corner, respecting the same procedure. So make 1 half double crochet, chain 2 plus 1 more half double crochet, and come to the next stage with 1 half double crochet, into the next stage you make 1 half double crochet, into the next stage you make 1 half double crochet. And yep, so you're going to repeat this process of you walk, and you get here, you make your third corner, you walk, make your third corner, you walk, get here, make your fourth corner, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Right, so go ahead and complete this. I'm gonna get at the end here. You need to work in that last stage. So go there and make your last half double crochet. And here we go, we've completed a third row. Go ahead, we're always going to start the same way. You chain 1 and turn your work. And that first stage, you're going to make your first half double crochet and a half double crochet into the next. Keep going until you get to where we have our corner. And there we're going to create our first corner. We're going to chain, make 1 half double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more half double crochet, and come in the next stage and make a half double crochet, I'm going to keep going and I'll meet you here. Okay, so go ahead. And I was remember to work there. And here you make your corner, half double crochet, chain 2, one, 2, and one more half double crochet in the same space. Now you're going to come over and make a half double crochet. So you can see that really nothing complicated, and I believe you've understood the pattern now. So we're just going to repeat this row for the yoke. Okay, now there's a certain measurement that we need. So we're going to work, we get here. We'll make our third corner, work, make our fourth corner, work, and here. Okay, and we're going to start back the next row, just repeating the same exact sequence. Now we're going to repeat this until this back here, this is half of our chest, this back here measures 23 centimeters. Right, this is for a baby for 0 to 3 months, and now we are at 14 centimeters. We need a total of 23 centimeters. So we're going to keep repeating those 2 rows, and I'll meet you here when we have our 23 centimeters for the next part of our work. And now take our measurement, gives us exactly 23 centimeters. So from here we're going to stop doing the increases, and we can see here the armhole depth gives us a total of 10 centimeters. And for the work we're going to have something like this, and we want to take this measurement, it gives us 10 centimeters. Good. And I did a total of 12 rows. Now for the next part of our work, we're going to start shaping our armholes. So we're going to make a half double crochet in each of those stitches until we get here we'll have our first corner. Okay, so go ahead and make one half double crochet. Now you're going to come here in that chain 2 space, yarn over, and make one half double crochet. And now we're going to go ahead and you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, chain 3. And now you're going to come into this second corner, and you're going to yarn over and go in that second corner and make one half double crochet. One half double crochet, and this is what it looks like. And now you're going to come into the next stitch and make one half double crochet, and into the next stitch you make one half double crochet, and into the next stitch you make one half double crochet in each of those, make one half double crochet in each of those stitches, and you've created our first armhole. Now you're going to repeat making one half double crochet, and I'll meet you here in this other third corner here. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, we're done here. We're going to come in that chain 2 space, you make one half double crochet. I must chain the same number of chains that you had here. Now you can choose to do more chains or less chains, it really depends on you. Okay, so we're going to make sure you always have the same number of chains on this other side. We're going to go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to take your last corner, and yarn over, and in that last corner you're going to make a half double crochet, and of course come into the next stitch and make a half double crochet, and we're going to make a half double crochet up to here. Okay, so keep on working. And here we go, we have created our both armholes. Now we have already started. We're going to start the first. This is going to be the first row for our body, and I've already started the first row. This is our front and this is our front. You must have the same number of stitches there. Now, and now we'll get here, we'll do the chain 3. We're going to come there and make 3 half double crochet. So 3 half double crochet. This is 1, 2, and 3. We have 3 half double crochet here, and now we're going to come here in this next stitch and just repeat our pattern. We're going to make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, make 1 half double crochet into the next stitch, make 1 half double crochet, and we're going to repeat our pattern as we know already. And we're just going to repeat this. You make a half double crochet all through. You get here when we did the chain 3. You also make 3 half double crochet there. You repeat, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. Okay, so keep on working. And here we have started our second row, and for the second row we are just making 1 half double crochet all through. You see, we've already started the first row, and we're just going to keep on making 1 half double crochet. Okay, 1 half double crochet. Where we did the chain, where we did the 3 double crochet in the previous row, you're just going to go there and make 1 half double crochet. And now we are building on the length of our cardigan. Yep. So you're just going to repeat this all through this row. Make 1 half double crochet all through this row, and I'll meet you at the end here. Okay, so keep on working. Here we have completed our row number 2. We're going to start our row number 3, and from here that's going to be our repeat row. So you want to chain 1 and turn and make a half double crochet, and then to the next stitch you make a half double crochet and half double crochet in each stitch all across. And of course we know our pattern now, so we're just going to repeat this same exact pattern. And now for the next part of our work, we're looking for the length of our cardigan. So we're going to start here, just below here. We're going to work until we have a total of, let me turn it. We're going to work until we have a total of 16 centimeters. Okay, so this has to measure 16 centimeters. Now one more thing, very important, you need to make sure that this part is your right side. Okay, so you can see this part is a little bit rough. Let it be here, and this part, let this part be your right side. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, here we are. All right, I stopped at 12 centimeters, and the rest is going to be our ribbon part. Oh, look at the edge here. And here we did 2019 rows. We're going to start working on the edges. So I've already chained 1. You're going to chain 1 more. So we have 2 chains. This chain to represent our first stitch. You're going to come in that next half double crochet. I'm going to make a front post double crochet. Front post double crochet. Yarn over and to the next. You're going to make a back post double crochet, yarn over into the next. You're going to make a front post double crochet, yarn over into the next, just like this, a back post double crochet, and yarn over into the next. You're going to make a front post double crochet, yarn over into the next. You make a back post double crochet, To end this first row, we're going to come on the top of the last stitch, and you're going to make but just make a double crochet on the top of the last stitch. And this is how it looks like. To begin the next row, you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and this represents our first stitch. And now you have a front post. Go there and make a front post, double crochet, yarn over, you have a back post, make a back post, yarn over, you may have a front post, make a front post, double crochet, yarn over, you may have a back post, so you're going to repeat this, go over, off, you're going to repeat this, and I'll make sure this end here, so keep on working. Okay, and when we get at the end here, we're going to, you have to chain 2, 1, 2. So instead of doing this, try to go on the top of that chain 2, okay, and make your last double crochet. And here we have completed our row number 2. We're going to start our row number 3. We're going to start row number 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to start the same way and turn, and we're going to repeat our pattern. Make a front post, double crochet, you make a back post, double crochet, you make a front post, double crochet, and a back post, and a front post, and a back post, and we're just going to repeat this until we have our various, and we're just going to repeat this until we have various measurements. So we need a total of 16, and now we are at 13, so we're going to keep working until we have our 16 centimeters. And here we are, we have our 16 centimeters. See, we have 16 centimeters, and in here we did a total of 5 rows of front post and back post, double crochet. Now for the next part of our work, on this side, for this is a baby's boy set, so we're going to create our buttonholes on the left. But if it's a baby girl set, you're going to create your buttonholes on the right. Okay, now let's come here and create our buttonholes. Once you turn your work, we're going to start down here. So you're going to come in that very beginning, that first stage, go there, set your hook. And here we're going to be making single crochets. So we're going to try to work here, try to make it as even as possible. In that first stage, you're going to set your hook. You have 2 loops in your hook. Pull out 2 loops, that's a single crochet. And you're going to try to make it as even as possible, right? So we're going to have something like this. So we're going to put this off and a midge on the top here. Okay, we're going to make a single crochet. Make sure the single crochet not too much. Your work should not be twisted. I mean, try to make it even. Okay. Okay, yeah. Make sure you work on the last stitch. Good. Here we have a total of 56 stitches. 56 stitches exactly as on this other side. And now we're going to start the second row. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And in each of those stitches, you're going to make a single crochet. So make a single crochet, a single crochet, a single crochet. I'm going to keep on making. I'm going to make a single crochet and one major here at the bottom here. So keep on working. Okay, right now we already completed the second row of single crochet. That is where we ended the second row. And you can see that when I insert my stitch markers, the stitch markers is the areas where we're going to create our buttons. Alright, so on the top here, I counted 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and I inserted my stitch marker. And then here I counted 14 stitches, and in number 15 stitch I have my stitch marker. I have 14 stitch in number 15 stitch I have my stitch marker, and for the last one here I counted 12, and in the number 13 stitch I inserted my stitch marker. So you're just going to go ahead and partition your markers the way you want. We're going to start the third row. You're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and in that same stitch you're going to make a single crochet. You make a single crochet until you get to where we have the stitch marker. And now when we get to the stitch marker, we're going to take off our stitch marker. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. You're going to skip just that one stitch and come to the next stitch, and you're going to continue with your single crochet. And you're going to single crochet until you get to your next stitch marker. And we get here, we'll have the stitch marker. We're going to do again. Take off your stitch marker. You're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and you're going to skip that one stitch and to the next stitch, make a single crochet. And that is how we complete this row number 3, and we have our buttonhole. And now for our last row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and into the stitch make 1 single crochet, and into the next you make 1 single crochet, and into the next you make 1 single crochet. And now when you get here where we did the chain 2, because we skipped just 1 stitch below here, we're going to make just 1 single crochet. And one more thing very important, this chain is in proportion of your buttons. And one more thing, you must make sure that your button can pass through the buttonholes. You see? Yep. So your chain is in proportion of your button. Good. And the next stage, you're going to make a single crochet, and you're going to repeat this row, and you're just going to repeat the sequence. You work, and each of your buttonhole you make 1 single crochet. You repeat this, and I'll meet you for the next part of our work. Right? Chain 1 and casting off your yarn. And quick tip for you, very important, always weaving your tails as you go. I learned this the hard way. Good. Now you're going to repeat the same thing on this other side. The only difference is that here we're not creating buttonholes. These are the sides where we're going to be sewing in our buttons. Okay, so yeah, so this is just it. So here we did a total of 4 rows. So here you see we have done 4 rows here. So here we'll also do 4 rows. The only difference here is that we don't create buttonholes again. So you're going to create your 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. On this side, make 4 rows of single crochet, only single crochet, and you're good to go. Now we're going to come and work here on our sleeves. So remember down here we chained 3, right? So you're going to come, just try to shift those stitches and work in the middle of those stitches inside your hook. And chain in front. Go ahead and chain 1, and in that same space you're going to make your first half double crochet. And now we're going to come here. Okay, yarn over, just come here and make a half double crochet. And now you have the stitch here, go there, and that's another half double crochet. And we have this where we did the joining, this corner here, go there and make 1 half double crochet. And now we find ourselves on our stitches here, and all of those stitches are going to make 1 half, but then make 1 half double crochet. And we find ourselves in the other corner, go there, corner there, make a half double crochet. Now we are below here, make a half double crochet there. Just try to see how you can fill in those gaps. Okay, this under part should be closed. You see, like this is closed, right? I want it to be clean like this. You can still do your reductions later. You come in the first stitch and make your slip stitch. Now we have something like this. And at the end of this row I have a total of 44 stitches. Now I want 40 stitches, just like here. So I'm going to do some reductions. I'm going to teach you how to do that. But at the end of this row, if you have your number of stitches, you must not do the reductions. So you're going to chain 1. I will should always turn our work so I'll have the same effect as in the body. Okay, you're going to chain 1, and here we're going to do our first reduction. So you're going to yarn over and set your hook in that first stitch, and yarn over both through. Your 3 loops, not yarn over yet. Come to the next stitch, insert your hook in that next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Your 4 loops, yarn over and pull off 4 loops. This is our first reduction, so 2 stitches have become 1. And now into the next, you're going to make 1 half double crochet and 1 half double crochet into the next, and 1 half double crochet into the next. You're going to repeat making 1 half double crochet, and I'll meet you here when we have 2 stitches left. Okay, so keep on working. And right now, because we are turning our work, this is our last stitch here. You must work in that last stitch. So we have 2 stitches left. We're going to make a last reduction, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops in your hook, insert your hook in that last stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 4 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull off 4 loops. We just completed our second reduction. Go into that first stitch, insert your hook in that first stitch and slip stitch, chain 1 and turn your work to begin on the next row, and you can see what it's giving us below here. Now at the end of this row I have a total of 42 stitches, and I want 40. I'm going to make another reduction. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull off 4 loops. And now we're going to make 1 half double crochet in each stitch around until we have 2 stitches left. So keep on working. And now we're going to make another reduction. this is going to be, and this is my last reduction. Good. Now I have obtained my 40 stitches. No more decreases. Chain 1, and in each of those stitches we're going to make 1/2 double crochet, and into the next stitch we make 1/2 double crochet. So keep on working, and I'll meet you at the end of this one. Make 1/2 double crochet. So no more decreases for me. I'm coming down first stitch and make a slip stitch. And here we have completed row number 1. I'm going to complete this row, and from here on we're just going to be repeating the same sequence. Good. So right now we're going to repeat this. We're going to repeat this until this length, until we have our total length. And for the sleeve we need a total length of 16 centimeters. 16 centimeters. This is for 0 to 3 months. You're just going to respect your measurement. All right. So since we're going to be doing ribbons at the end, we're going to end here on 11 centimeters, and the 5 remaining is going to go to 4 hour ribbon. Right. So going to work our end here, and we're going to come to do this. And here we have obtained our 11 centimeters, and in here we did a total of 18 rows. Now we're going to start working the ribbon, and we're going to make a long chain. I'm going to turn my work, and now we're going to go ahead and make a very long chain. So 1, 2, 3. So you're going to come in that first chain, stitch, insert your hook there. I'm going to make a slip stitch, yarn over, pull through all. That's the first. Going to the next chain, a yarn over, and pull through to the next chain, yarn over, and pull through into the next chain, yarn over, and pull through into the next chain, yarn over, and pull through, and you're going to repeat this until you get your last chain. Now here we have completed this first row. We're going to come below here in these stitches, and in the first stitch insert your hole in the first stitch and make a slip stitch. Into the next stitch, make a slip stitch, and now you're going to turn your work, and from the second row now we're going to work in just in the back loops. Now remember we did 2 slip stitches here. You're not working those 2 slip stitches, you must remember that. Now if you like, you can still insert a stitch marker to mark that first. Okay, so here we have this a loop here. There's the first loop. You go in that back loop, make a slip stitch. So you can see we have 2 loops, this loop and this. So you're working in the back loop only. Slip stitch, slip stitch. I'm going to change my hook. I'll continue this part the 2.5. I prefer doing this with a small size hook. Slip stitch, so we have 2 loops. You're working just in that back loop. So you're going to repeat this and I'll measure the top here. And now when we get to this last stitch, instead of working just in here, we're going to work in both loops. So try to work in both of those loops. Good. Now slip stitch. You get to chain 1 and turn your work to start a nice row. And the first stitch will end working in both loops. We'll also start working in both loops. So you're going to insert your hook and work in both loops. And now from the following, now the next, you work just in the back loop, slip stitch just in the back loop. Now you have 2 stitches. You come in those 2 stitches. This is the stitch we're worked in. So come in the next to one of those 2. In each of those 2 stitches, we're going to make a slip stitch. The first and the second. You turn your work, and we're going to repeat this sequence. Come and work in that first. Go there, and at the end you must always have the same number of stitches. I still have 9. I still have my 20 stitches. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this. And get this in here. You have to work in both loops. Chain 1, turn your work, and always start working both loops. And now you work in back loop. Try not to make it work very tight, okay? Okay, I repeat the same process. And now you can see the effect that it gives us. It's very beautiful, right? Yep. So we're just going to repeat this around. We're going to work, and I'll meet you here. We're going to have an opening here. I'll teach you how to close this. Now, the number of chains here depends on the number of centimeters you have to complete to have your ideal measurement. But it needs to be long enough that it can be folded, you see. And when folded, it has to give you your total measurement. All right, yeah. So mine is 16, so folded like that, it gives me my 16 measurement. So go ahead and complete this, and I'll meet you how to connect it, and we're going to work the neckline. Here we are, and by the time we finish this, we're going to have an opening like this. We have to close that, and it's really very easy. You're just going to go stitch into stitch. You come here in the stitch, and here we have the first stitch. Here you're working both loops. Just grab both loops like this, and slip stitch. Come to the next, this way, and slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1 and fasten over here, and you need to weave in those tails. This is beautiful. Now, and now one folded, I have gives me my 16. centimeters. Do you see? Okay, we're going to start at the very beginning here. I stitch back to my 3mm size hook. So you're going to come in that very first stitch, insert your hook there. Bring that tail in front, and the tail in front. You're going to chain one. In that same stitch, you're going to make a half double crochet. Another, go there and make a half double crochet. Yep. Remember, yeah, we did 4 rows of single crochet on this side, so I've done 4 half double crochet. We find ourselves here. Just come here. Now we are working on those stitches. We're gonna make a half double crochet. And when you get here in that corner space, make just one there. Good. And you're going to repeat this all around, and I'll measure the other end here. Now at the end of row number 1, your work should look like this. So, and behind here also we did just 1 half double crochet, just 1 half. So in all of those corners, make just 1 half double crochet. Okay, so you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. This chain 2 represent our first. And for the color here, we're going to be making by the front post half double crochet. Okay. And at the end here, you're just going to end this row with a half double crochet. End the row with a half double crochet, chain 2, 1 and 2, chain, and you're going to repeat the same sequence. Half double crochet. Yep, and this is what we're going to have. I'm just going to repeat this off row and I'll stop here. I'm making just 2 rows for the neckline, and after that we're going to sew in our buttons. So go ahead. Okay, I've just completed this and I did a total of 2 rows here. Now I'll advise you always start with the first button and come and do the last, so it's going to help you to work inside. Okay, now you're just going to take your buttonholes. When you do the button, created the buttonholes, just overlap it like this on this other piece and try to insert your needle. And of course I will insert my thread, my needle. So you're going to insert it there and put your needle, take that needle off and sew it. And thank you so very much for working with me. In the next, this is a complete set. Tell me if you did this cardigan. The next tutorial I'll be teaching you the whole set, the whole set. And and I do offer online classes, so if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, just write me on my number that's inserted on my YouTube banner. Okay, and we're going to schedule a class just for you. And a big thank you to all of my subscribers and my channel viewers. Thank you for liking and sharing my tutorials. I see my tutorials being watched on WhatsApp and Facebook. It's great. Thanks to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. And if you're not subscribed, do what to subscribe. And each time you subscribe, always turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my tutorials. Alright, and always remember to share, to like. Very important. And a big thank you to all of my members. And if you're interested to become a member of the Crochet Hour, the link is in the description box below. Just join the link, click the link, and yeah. And now for the next part of our work, we're going to go ahead and sew in a teddy bear up there. We're going to sew in a bear in the next tutorial. So I'll teach you how to make this. You're just going to lay it where you want it to be. Now I'm going to sew in mine this very end here. So I'll try to go stitch into stitch. And of course we're going to go around. And of course we're going to go around in the middle here. Right here. And we have this last stitch before our ear. You work in the last stitch, showing that last stitch. Now because we want our ear to pop up like this, so we are not going to sew this edge, we're just going to allow it there, and we are going to sew right here like this. Right, we're going to sew in here like this, we're not going to sew up here. So so you're going to repeat this now. You're going to sew, you come down, and you fasten up your yarn here. Alright, so keep on working. And here we go. So well placed, and that's what it looks like inside. See, so beautiful. In the next tutorial, I'll teach you how to make this. So if you want to learn how to make, just write in the comment section below here. And here we go. Thank you so very much for working with me. And in the next tutorial, this is a complete set. We're going to be doing the full set. And if you're still at home like me, I encourage you to work from home, and I pray God bless the work of your hands. We're going to meet in the next tutorial. Till then, God bless us and keep us and prosper the work of our hands. Shalom.